Yes, we brought legislation forward. We brought legislation forward that was not a political piece of legislation that we could say, look what we've done, but legislation that we knew that the Supreme Court would have a difficult time overturning because it was in compliance with what it had said you had to do in regards to passing local laws. That is substantive. That is something that we did, and it votes against it.
And
so you can't have it. You tell me you can't have it both ways.
Well, you can't have it both ways. And
so
look, first of all, I will always vote against legislation and the one that take guns out of good people's hands when bad people have guns. That's first and foremost. But I also will vote against and bring up.
I don't think that piece of legislation did that, and there's no one who is promoting anything to say that people who have a right to carry guns cannot carry guns. It is about responsible gun ownership.
So let's look at the piece of legislation they brought forth. In the haste to take guns out of good people's hands, they said that you cannot sell more than 2 or 3 guns in the city of Cleveland. We don't even sell guns. We don't have a gun place in the city of Cleveland. This is the haste. This is the leadership we're talking about. And I was one who brought that up. We don't even sell guns in the city of Cleveland. So how are you going to bring forth a piece of legislation? You know what it would hurt? It would hurt the IX Center.
And then this thing about the honest gun owners. I think that was the phrase. Here's a man who talks about homicides. And he's criticizing us for passing legislation that he said would harm the IX Center. How would it harm the IX Center? Gun shows. Who will sell 25 guns if, in fact, you were willing to buy them with no federal licenses to have to do that because they say they're private owners of guns, good private owners of guns? How many of those guns on the streets of our city of Cleveland going to people who do not supposed to have guns who wind up committing homicide? A man who talks about public safety.
All right, we should